Okay, so how did you get your start in acting?
Well, first, how I started acting was I was a dancer. I've been a dancer since I was 5 years old. And I loved it and was just doing dance competitions. And out of nowhere, this lady called me from a dance competition and said, would you like to audition for a show called Billy Elliot? And I didn't really know anything about acting. And the requirements were acting, dancing, tap, and ballet. And I only did hip hop. So my mom kind of said, it's not a good thing to do. And I was like, no, I really, really want to go. And so I was lucky that she supported it, and we went to San Francisco and auditioned, and a year later I booked the part, and that's kind of like my first walk into acting. So I kind of like fell into it and immediately fell in love with every aspect of the acting, and then I got to learn how to tap and learn how to sing, which I also didn't know, and it was really great and something I was able to fall into, and then just fell in love with it.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
What's one of your favorite musicals?
My favorite musical, I would say it's not a very known musical. It's called The McKittrick Hotel, Sleep No More, and it's in New York, and it's in this hotel. It's like 5 stories, and you get to walk in and you have a mask on, and you're walking the entire time, and you get to watch the actors and walk around, and it's this really weird experience, but I would say that's my favorite one to go to.
That's awesome. That's really cool. So name 3 actors that you would love to work with, and started just 3 actors that
Yeah. 3 actors I'd love to work with. I'd say Leonardo DiCaprio has always been my favorite actor. Tom Hanks, and I'm trying to think. I mean, Meryl Streep would be really great to work with as well. Those are probably my 3 favorites. Yeah.
Those are like 3 of the top.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And then what are some of your favorite shows or movies on?
My family, we just got TV, which is a weird thing. My mom says, okay, now that you are in a television show, we should probably get cable. So that's basically the only thing we watch on TV, but we're big Netflix watchers. So Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, which I have 1 more episode to go. And there was another show, United States of Tara, which was really good. I don't remember the actress on that.
Toni Collette.
What, sorry?
Toni Collette.
Toni Collette. She was so good, and it was basically a girl which had split personality disorder, and it was such a good show, and it was on Netflix. So we're big Netflix watchers at home.
I think everyone is now.
Yeah.
The thing is now. All right, so tell us about the show, Spooksville.
Right. Well, basically, Spooksville is about a kid named Adam, who I was lucky to play, and he comes to this new town because his mom passed away a few years ago, and he wants to start over. Well, not really him, but his dad wants to start over. So he goes to this new town called Springville, really boring, really small, just hoping to start over. And sadly, Springville is also known as Spooksville by the people that live there, and it's not the nicest place to go to, especially to start over. And so he goes in this whirlwind of these supernatural monsters and ghosts and demons, and he finds out that there might be something to do with his mom. So he figures out if he tries to find out what happened to his mom, he'll be able to find her. So he and his 2 friends, Watch and Sally, played by Nick Percha and Katie Douglas, just go on this adventure to try and find out the mystery of Spooksville, and also if he can find his mom.
So tell us about, kind of describe the character that you play and what he's like.
Yeah, my character is Adam, and at first he's pretty down. He has to be stripped away from his family, and, well, not his family, he's stripped away from his friends back at home, and he lives in a big city, and he has to go to a small town, so he's just really bummed. And but when he finds out that this town is actually really exciting, he starts to get the bug, and he really wants to find out what's going on in the town. So it was so fun playing him, because you just gotta play really down, and then you gotta play all these crazy things of like seeing vampires and fighting ghosts, and it was so much fun.
How do you think the audience will relate to your character?
I would say one of the big things why people would want to watch the show, and they're all able to relate to each character. Each character, my character, is really courageous, and he really wants to find out what's going on. Watch is very, very smart, and he figures out how to do things without violence, or he makes these crazy gadgets, and he has this lab. And Katie is really a character that keeps all the group together, and she's super sassy and really weird. And so everyone's really able to relate to all the characters, and what I think is they're able to think, this could be us, and I hopefully think, in a bunch of small towns all over the world, people are trying to go on missions and trying to find out what's going on. So yeah, everyone's really able to relate with all the characters.
How would you compare yourself to the character that you play? Or you can contrast. It's very different.
Yeah, I would say something that really drawed me to my character was I'm a perfectionist, and I want things to be perfect, and I want to find out. I never do it halfway, and Adam will always. His main goal is to find his mom, and he'll do anything he can to find out if he can find her. And so the whole thing is he's so determined, even though it seems like an impossible task, but he really believes that he's going to be able to find her. So I really feel like, I'm determined to, hopefully work more. And he's really determined to find his mom. So that was something that I really could relate with.
How is it working with your cast?
They're all in Canada, they're all Canadian, and I'm the only American. Oh, sorry, yeah. Basically, the cast, right when I met them, the very first day, I went to Canada and was able to do a read-through with all of them, and we all just immediately clicked. And it was weird because, you're completely new to these people, and you have to basically be like, okay, we're going to be best friends within 5 minutes because we have to work in 2 days. But it was, usually it's a stretch, but I was just so relieved and happy that we just clicked all completely. And I played pool with Nick on weekends, and we just had the best relationship. And still now, even though that we're miles apart, we just kept the best of friends, and it was so good with the chemistry on set as well, because we really had this friendship behind the scenes as well. So I was just so thankful for that.
What has been your favorite episode to shoot?
Favorite episode that I've shot? I would say my favorite episode, we have this very cool zombie episode. And that was when I first started watching Walking Dead. I started watching Walking Dead right when I went to Canada, and I just fell in love with, the thing of the apocalypse and what would happen, and I was like, oh, I can totally hold off zombies. And I was talking to the writer, and he said, we're going to think of making a zombie episode, and immediately I was so excited. So they even closed down an entire street and put a bunch of cars on fire, and there was a bunch of debris and fire, and it was so cool. And then they had the zombies come out. We had 20 background of zombies, and I just fell in love and was so excited to do that. So definitely the zombie episode.
And then last question, what do you think the audience will love most about this show?
The suspense. The audience will just love, they're always on the edge of their seats. And even me knowing what's going to happen and watching the episodes finally in full, the special effects and the visual and the sound, it's all so real, and you basically get immersed, and you want to really know what's happening with the characters. And in every episode there's a complete plot twist. I don't even know how Jim keeps track of how that really happens, but it's just, you're just on the edge of your seat the entire time, and I'm just really excited for everyone to enjoy it.
All right. Well, you'll probably just do a couple liners to the camera.
Perfect, yeah.
Hey guys, your name, and you're watching Fan Law.
Okay. Hey guys, my name is Keean Johnson, and you're watching Fan La La.
Cool. And then thanks guys, be sure to check out Spooksville.
All right. Thanks guys, be sure to check out Spooksville.
Awesome. That's it.
Perfect, thanks for having me.